Hello, everybody. It's Emperor Stuart Allen Swerdlow
and Janet Diane Moya Swerdlow
for the Expansions News Podcast Addendum.
Right, and I have some interesting stories for you. And the first one you're going to love.
I will?
Because you want to be an emperor, right, of the universe?
Wait, no,
you
not
are.
I am.
Okay, because now in Iceland, something exciting, I guess, for a lot of people is happening.
What?
Well, apparently...
Like the got warm or something?
Iceland was actually founded by pagan settlers. And it was a religion called Asatru.
Is that true?
I don't know. Asatru?
Is that Asatru?
Asatru?
Is that Asatru?
I don't know. Anyway, Asatru remained the sole religion of the country for over 100 years until it gave away to Christianity in the year 1000. And most Icelanders converted to Christianity because the foreigners would not do business with pagans. So that's why. It was because of business. And now the first pagan temple in 1,000 years is going to be ready by late 2018.
Ooh, that's soon.
Apparently, Norse paganism experienced a revival in Iceland beginning in the 70s that paved the way for the new temple. Thor, these are you people you love. Thor, Odin, and Frigg
I love them.
Are important deities in the religion. Thor is the protector of mankind.
That's me.
Oh, they said Odin. I thought it was Odin.
It is Odin.
That's what I thought. Odin is the god of wisdom and poetry.
Also me.
And Frigg is the goddess of domestic and love.
I always said frig you.
Now, Asatru gods have been recently seen in the Marvel's blockbuster films about them. So they're really bringing that up to the people anyway and getting used to it. So apparently it was interesting to me because even the Consul General and Trade Commissioner of Iceland's consulate in New York is weighing in on this thing, telling Fox News, your favorite news company.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, that most Americans might not understand what Asatru is, but those who do realize it's a peaceful practice.
Most Americans go, where's Iceland?
I've never met anyone who has anything negative to say about it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens because I don't know if this is going to be a precursor for the whole New World religion, or if it's going to be something different.
I hope it's different.
But paganism is on the rise for a variety of reasons. And paganism is just a term by the Catholics when they got rid of all the old ancient religions, which I think you're going to be talking about in our September class.
I am.
So we have a lot of more information. Now, this was interesting to me because this next story, because I've talked a lot about breastfeeding. And the reason I've talked about that is because breastfeeding never used to be an issue. But with all the media thing, they're making it an issue, which is really silly.
Especially when men do it.
Yeah, well, it's all. But the point being is breastfeeding should not be an issue. Never was an issue, but the media is making it an issue. So apparently, there was a model who recently walked the runway in a Sports Illustrated swimsuit while breastfeeding her baby.
That was unnecessary.
And they claimed that it was just something that just happened because at the breastfeeding time, and so the person who organized it said, oh, you're breastfeeding, why don't you walk with your baby? And they just happened to have a little gold baby bikini. Well, yeah, right. So it wasn't
scheduled at all.
No, it wasn't scheduled. So anyway, it was just interesting. And then the next day she goes, this is the model, her name was, or is, Mara Martin. She posted on Instagram, she says, I'm so grateful to be able to share this message and hopefully normalize breastfeeding and show others that women can do it all. But to be honest, the real reason I can't believe it's a headline is because it shouldn't be a headline. And she told Today that she would love to see the day when nursing a child doesn't become a news story. It shouldn't be a news story. She shouldn't be. The child should not be subjected to this. I said it had earphones on, but nursing is a private bonding time between mother and child. It's not a spectacle.
Exactly.
And to me, this is making it a spectacle, and it's a precursor to part of New World religion.
Right. And you know what? I'm all for breastfeeding. I think people should do it, but it is not for public display.
No, and it's a private bonding thing, but they're turning it into something it's not. And as I said, I breastfed both boys way back. Way back, and it was never, ever an issue. They have made it into an issue on the news. In fact, did you know that the U.S. even threatened Ecuador with trade sanctions if they backed a UN resolution encouraging breastfeeding?
Brilliant.
So this was really a silly thing. Now, of course, let me see. The Ecuador rescinded the resolution, but then it passed after your friend Russia agreed to sponsor it. So, and speaking of drinking things, this someone just recently sent to me. I wasn't aware of it, although you said you had heard about it. that we have, everybody's seen now this 4,000-year-old sarcophagus that was recently unearthed in Egypt, right? Supposedly
Where else
recently.
would it be?
Anyway, there was a lot of fear that it contained a horrifying curse, so they didn't want to open it. They finally opened it, and inside there were 3 skeletons and a red-brown sewage water.
Sounds lovely.
Which gave off, quote, an unbearable stench. Now, there's a video games producer from the UK who launched a petition to drink the skeleton juice.
Only someone in the UK would do that.
He addressed his petition to a group, I guess, called King of Skeletons Egypt, and he said, quote, "We need to drink the red liquid from the cursed dark sarcophagus in the form of some sort of carbonated energy drink so we can assume its powers and finally die."
Well, I think he should drink it himself.
Now, my thing is, why, first of all, would they put this out there? There's always a reason. So in my opinion, this again could be another precursor to New World religion where maybe they want you to drink blood and things like that.
Why would you want to drink red sewage from a 4,000-year-old coffin?
And apparently 87 people already signed up to do it with him.
Right. They all should go into the same mental institution.
Yeah. But one person did ask the question, why? And his answer was he didn't want it to go to waste. So I thought that was
waste.
Yeah, so it was a very silly thing, but
it's
anyway.
moronic.
Right, so don't do
That's
those things,
why Britain
people.
has lost the empire.
Right, so get yourself some self-healing books like, let's say this one, Hyperspace Helper, or Hyperspace Plus, which is, first of all, you want to get Hyperspace Helper. This is the first one. This one goes into a little bit more advanced exercises, and then Healing Archetypes and Symbols is the next one. So these 3 make a perfect package so you don't do silly, silly things, okay?
Like drink red sewage.
Yeah, that's silly. So, right? So, with that said, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.